Coming in 3, 6, and 9 platform birthing line position locations. Star direction timeline connects all levels, northwest, south, and east in position locations. 369,000 box line center realm line in various locations of internet line positions, grounds, everything the atmosphere line positions, everything to space and set in sequence. 3% all levels of the galactic unit line positions coming into all levels. We're now in a recruitment center, the command center locations. All right. Fully communication in all levels. Sector 1 in position locations. All right, in the vector core of 6 in position. So this is what's happening right now. It's all position locations, how to control levels back into where it's supposed to be at 3, 6, and 9. All right. I've set up a structure for you guys to understand the calculation, what's happening with the Earth. So it's in a cubical line center of 369,000 box position locations of teleportation waves. The formants and position locations, the ferment line center line conditions of plasma wet. Now that's all in protection locations in the near Earth perception line condition. It triangulates in all position locations. It's all on its galactic surface at high position locations to its calculations. So congratulations to the galactic squads of Unit 1 and 2 and position locations of the ground crew. All right, this is already high rise in position locations, getting in the rebellion in position of space, getting the GFLs into the atmosphere line positions, and getting into all levels of its ground crew and its galactics of 1 and 2. All right. It's in calculation modification line conditions. All right. So what we're going to do today, it's more of a fun day. We're going to travel through the 4 line center locations of Einstein, Tesla, okay, Hawkins, okay, and everything to position locations. All right, to understand that calculations. All right, going through Einstein and Tesla. You guys already been through that position line conditions, but they want to see you and congratulate you. In position location, rebellion hasn't seen Hawkins. You get a better understanding why it's so important to know the other side, because they understand the calculation right away. They get a better information what space-time is to them, because they don't energize the line center anymore in a body location to its calculations. All right, everything Einstein in position locations of E equals mc squared, 369 position of Tesla, all position locations of Hawkins, right? When it comes into dimensions and all levels of black holes, and getting the current line center, why it's so important to understand these things, right? Because you're not in a body when you go to the airline center. You're just in the heart, the mind, and the soul. The track center to its position location opens up all levels of division. Okay, so it's incredible force when we come into that. You get to truly understand when you travel to the other side. Okay, in position, the rebellion will already be traveling. The galactic units, they're in a higher line positions. The more you get into imagination, the more you can get into all levels of you through calculation. This modifies all levels of you through cycles. And the cycles is really important to understand through your memories. It high rises all point locations to its position of plateaus. It activates all position locations of 3, 6, and 9. All right. But taking all things back is in provision already. It's in a sector line center location of its vector core to its quadrant level system. All right. So this is how things are set up in space. Everything's done through its equation, right? So getting out of situations a lot quicker, understanding the mind a lot faster, and everything to the brain frequency is all in position location to its calculation. This is extremely powerful what we're coming into. The expansion and everything is coming into full realms of revelation. This is amazing through evolution. This is expansion. It's going to open up doors in so many pillars and light and track satellite conditions. So the Earth is in reconstruction now. Okay. So it's all about understanding what's happening, the birth locations into all levels of 3, 6, and 9 plateau. Understand communication line centers, all levels of your avatars, and how to go through the Merkabahs. Okay. The rebellion leaders can help you out in all ways and forms. Anything through timelines of Emmer, anything all position locations airbender with teleportation, anything through crystal light codes, anything through Johnny position locations of music, anything highline center locations of Michael when it comes into the earthline positions. This is a truly understand. Anything data process locations, Heather. We're all in calculation, right? And the rebellion leaders are here for you to help you guide you into your avatar. This is a true understanding when we come into all levels of moderation. Okay, this opens up all signal location to its calculations. All right, 5 to 10 minutes, we'll get started. So how's everybody doing so far? It's a beautiful day. All right. So we get into all position locations. Who's identifying who? This is great. It's fantastic. Galactic Squad Unit 1. How's it going? And yeah, it's great. You can do that too. You can represent you and put your name at the end. But as long as you understand your squads, that's a beautiful thing. Okay, Veronica. Let's see, Johnny. Let's go, Michelle. Yeah, Michelle, I need you to change your position line connections into your Galactic units. Come to me through DM or just go back on live and provision. All right, really need you guys to get you into your commanding systems. All right, your units are already set up through training. So, Lauren, how's it going? Sammy, how's it going? All right, Christopher, thank you very much. Great. So I can identify everybody. So can the Rebellion and the GFLs. Okay, beautiful Cork, how you doing? Kristen, Sharon, how's it going? Aaron, how you doing? Lauren, Reckless Rainbow, Missy Gillard, Russ, Janie, Val. Try to get through all the list here. There's a lot of people on today. Max, Airbender, Alicia. All right, Taryn's in. Okay, calculation. Jessica, Lauren. All right, Hendrickson, how you doing? Any questions or comments you ask afterwards? Okay, it's the Trinity standing the outline system. So a lot of people in this position is trying to stand, all levels of Einstein. What's he all about? What's Tesla all about? What's Hawkins all about? It's amazing when you come into that calculation. So, and the most favorite, Dolores Cannon. What, do you think I forgot? No. Dolores Cannon too, wishing you guys what's going on. They want to congratulate you, All right. Okay, Reckless Rainbow. I'm Lucky Girl. Okay, I need you to change your connections there, Lucky Girl, to your Galactic unit if you can on your YouTube. Your plateau should be able to change that through notifications. All right, go through your settings. All right. Yeah. And so the Trinity standing, like Jill's saying, connections all rebellion leader. She's mostly understanding. Rooted, ground, center, inner child, heart, line center, Merkaba, booted, flux capacitor, sun, moon, Orion's belt, E-fields, plasma, web to crystal grid, hydrated, standby. Easy peasy, guys. That's all you got to do, right? So when you're trapped through space, you get more position locations and memory to your system. Okay? It's very powerful when you come to that. All right? All right, so this is how the Earth is set up in position, location, and calculation. All right. Now it's going to be a little bit confusing, but I'll show you understanding. There's two graph line centers, one position above and one position below, and the 8-line center rotation, the atom rotation in position, and you got the 8-line center. Okay, the 8-line center. So it's got two graphs, one on top, one on bottom, and it's got the split in the center and split across. You have to understand how space is set up to a high level position. See, the Earth is under a whole level of construction. The same thing when you do a website, it's under construction, right? Because that's what the Earth is. It's nothing but a computer operator. It position locations all levels. Now, once that's done in position locations, when the rebellion is a high line center of space in position, or track line center of the GFLs and the atmospheres and everything, the line centers of its units of its galactic squad of 1 and 2, we can get to higher level systems of calculation modification to its computer system. High triangle high line centers, all levels of space. The anomalies will go to higher positions into digital framing, right? Into that system locations, right? It's knowing how to set up the 3, 6, 9 platforms and bring everybody back into its signal of hologram structure. So this is what it is through provision. All right. You look at it, you can understand what's going on. This is the Earth, and it's protecting all levels system line connections. Now, these are round charters. Now, round chart location is all levels. It's wave central line connections. Now, Trinity stand all levels of high position locations. Space is on what? Grounds of communication, power line centers, energy grid line centers, proactive line position, electrical field position location, plasma light energy line centers, electrical light connections, and everything to force line position. Now, modify system locations of its anomalies center of its Earth has protected all levels. It's in construction of a whole level system of 369,000 division line positions of program setting. Okay. Now the galactic units are coming into all levels of their CPU units. All right. Your computer program line center is in a high line position to acceleration. It's mocking interference location to all channel operation to its positions. Okay. So we have to be extremely aware of what's going on with the connections. All right. All right. So in calculation, we're going to set up the box center line center. Okay. We'll go into space line position. So it's interesting when you understand signals and where everybody is, right? Where everybody's traveling. It's incredible when you connect all levels of the other side. Okay. So I'm going to set up the box center line in position. Okay. Understand where space is in position. It's just a box center. Now the 8 line center is set at rotation interference. Know exactly where everybody is in calculation. Okay. Now the graph line center streams its position. So we come into calculation line conditions. It's amazing how you allocate time switch, modification line condition interference to its program setting position location. It's calculation. So it's kind of like opening 2 window door line centers. You don't know if it's coming from in or out, right? And that's understanding all levels when it comes into the triangle interface. It position locations all levels, right? So once you understand all that, you understand the information panel that's given to all levels to its avatar system. Now you understand the 8 central line center. It's telepathy wave interference. Okay, so it has its own plateau and its grid location to its position. Right? How to set these things up? All levels of its equation. Right? Sequence interference, program locations, allocate time switch. It's all in practical system line conditions. So it's really understanding for the rebellion leaders to know how to set up hologram structure to their reality, because everything they see, it's all about changing the grounds. It's all about changing the atmosphere. It's all about changing everything that was set in the 3-dimensional system. Okay, so that's what the rebellion does, and everything the GFLs. They're in the atmosphere line center, the GFL location, and everything in the rebellion is in the space position, and everything through all levels of the ground screw and all levels of the units 1 and 2 is now holding the Earth line conditions. So it's all position location calculation. All right. So we're going to spin the top and high center in calculation modifications. Sun graph line center comes in position locations. This is the sun. Okay. There's a smile. Okay. Okay, so we come into calculations. All right, come into moon line center. It's in a blue surface line center location. So understanding how the sun works in light and how it uses to travel through the avatar line center and everything through the moon is position location of its behavioral line connection. It's surface in so many atmospheric positions of time sequence, guys. So you have to truly understand your position to your vector core line centers, right? Position. So one trap opens up another door, and another one opens up another door in position location, right? So going into the telepathy waves sets up the ground line center. Okay, the rebellion has to really understand how to set up sequence locations of grounds. Calculation modification line position opens up all fluctuation channels in position to its locations of its sun and its moon system. All right. Now you can see the wings, right? So this is where it comes into dialect, highline center rotation interference location to calculations. Right? So it's amazing how we set things up. Now, this is all done through an hourglass. Now, hourglass is set through a clocking center. So when you guys go into position location of Einstein and you go into all levels of Tesla, and when you go into Hawkins and when you go into Dolores Cannon, you have to set up an hourglass. Okay? Now, that's in sequence location to its positions, right? This is the time information you have in locations. Particle light's going to drop in position location to calculations. Setting up the core line center in position locations. All levels of the rebellion, high line center, leader line interference, the GFLs, and everything to all levels of the ground crews, the connections of the galactic squads of units 1 and 2. The practical system is high position to its calculations. All right, so this is the time sequence you have. Okay, teleport line center, 8 line interference, teleportation line connects all levels, time sequence interference, get them in calculation line position all levels of Einstein communication line conditions. All level position locations of Tesla line in the flywheel line interference and position locations of Dolores Cannon in the high line center rotations on the vector line interference location, and everything through all levels of its provision. Okay. All that rotation line center locations, the Hawkins communications, all levels of dimension of time, sequences of time, atmospheres of time, calculations of time, modification line circles of time, high rotations, interference of time, time sequence, time codes, activation all levels, coming into all levels of realm holes, black holes, communications, center up, line center interference, set them on waving cycles and communication rotation systems into all levels of space position. All right, activate high sequence. Now, light streams are coming into high line center interference. Program location is going to change position line center in calculations. All right, here we go. Set the high line center interference. Okay, graph line center. Electrical lights. You always have to have panel light interference location of space time. Electrical lights of sun, communication of the moon. Set the course line center. Here we go. Crossing system. All right. 40 minutes. Have fun. All set up through sequence. So that's how you set up a 4-channel line center locations, all levels in position. All right. You have to set up an hourglass because it's time frequency. So it's like, okay, I got 20 minutes to communicate with this person. Oh, I got another 10 minutes to communicate with that person. Remember, you communicate with 4 highline centers of intelligence on the other side position, but you have to set up an hourglass through its position. All right. Have fun. So it's interesting how you get in those kind of calculations there. All right. So drink your water. Okay, it's going to be fun seeing Tesla, Einstein, all line center and line positional keys calculations, Hawkins, and Dolores Cannon. So, all right, let's see here. Station Cross Bridge, opening, open, watch, engage, breathe, and hydrate prior to travel. Yeah, exactly. That comes in all line center. Thank you, Michael. Envious of all 3 teams. Meet up, so fun. Okay, excellent. Oh my God, Michael, I'm seeing after today. Bridge was being fixed. Yep, exactly. So everything that you guys do affects all over your physical realities. So you have to really open your provisions, laser line connection, all of it, translucent patterns. So it's like fixing all levels of you first. And then when you do that, then you start with the earth through its rotation. So every time you're walking somewhere or wherever you're traveling, you're fixing hologram structure of everything, right? That's coming into a new cycle, right? So the rebellion has to be in a higher level of structure. And that's what structure is. It's traveling through time and space, right? So that's how you set things up. And look, it's gone. See? It's gone. It's not there anymore. You've already traveled, right? So it doesn't need to be in sequence. You know why? Because when you come back to a different code setup. Interesting, right? In the current line, center line, in position locations, it's not there anymore. It's gone, right? So that means you traveled on time position on its current line center of electrical light of its flywheel position. All right. Hooah. 8 central line centers, all position location teleportation wave system. All right. So have fun. Burning Wings of Fire. Let's see. Joe, I still need my top friend. We got some connections here. How can everyone be chatting and paying attention to class? Yeah, see a beautiful chord. Everybody's going into telepathy waveline center. It's just in position locations, get into your imagination line conditions. That's what everybody's trying to do. They're trying to get into all levels, more in imagination of space and actually seeing who they want to see. It's all about understanding the central line center, the location at all levels of the heart, right? You follow the heart, you see everything of the heart on the other line center. But it's how to set up the structure first before you go through teleportation waves or anything communication, all through clocking. Okay. All right, mind, space, and speed quark. It took me a while to be able, yeah. I know, but when you go in provision, you really see more of space. The more you stay in the school, the more you see through imagination, right? That's what it is. It's coming to the inner line center of its child. See, this is the position where you guys have to understand, coming to higher levels of structure. You're traveling farther and faster. This is all done through the inner child, guys. This is all done through the avatar. This is all done through the soul. Once you set up the structure, you now travel through it. But you have to understand space and time and how it's set up through its geometry location, which is operation of you through direction. You have to understand calculations when it comes into levels. How's the atmosphere today? How's it tomorrow? Okay. Where am I traveling through position location of the galaxies? That I set up the vortex communication right? So this is about understanding you through geometry system. The higher you go through plateau, the more memory comes in position. Okay. So, all right. Oh, yes, we sure do. No outcomes and connections there. Dimensions on his drawings have changed for me. Yeah. Hawkins is pretty fun, dude. Well, with me, anyways. We were doing wheels. Let's grab the half pipe. Yeah. But like I said, once you cross over, you really get a better understanding because you're not in a body anymore, guys. You're just in dimensional light of time, dimensional light of space, of time. You're in a clocking of time, and you're only in the now, which means that they're all living all timelines all at once. And that's what happens when you pass over to the spiritual connections. There is no past, there is no present, there isn't any future. It's just where you are in now position. So everything that you're seeing is in its current value, which is everything through its relation. So that's the connections we all have to understand, is being in one compilation simultaneously all at once. So that's how things are set up. Einstein, the way he speaks, yeah. Just wave to me. I'm up with the Tesla. Tried to tear away. I was such a sense of relief for there. She said, we did it. Yep, exactly. That's what it is, Chris. That's why, they wanted to see you, especially first time with Stephen Hawkins and his position locations, all levels of his formula. So you come into truth, and this is what the avatar is coming into, right? But to understand provision, you have to understand space and time is crossing over. That's the only way you can get into levels of you through sovereignty and freedom. Okay. Drinking water, asking angels to open my heart. Memory has its retention location in the calculations, guys. Remember that. Hawking is letting the Tesla chair a bit. Einstein is too scared. Woo-hoo. Tesla is loving this. Yeah, it is. You're saying the energy scramble works through vortex changing the flow or frequency of energy. There you go, Jill. Just what you needed. Unfortunately, not ready for this yet. I'm trying to get a handle on everything. Yeah, well, don't try to do anything. Just try to get in position of what's going on with you, Christopher. Okay. So channel line interference, line positional calculations, all levels. Get in position locations, all level connections. Proactive system, get them to see high line center, the high receptor. There you go. Done. Now you're going to see a little bit more. Now you're going to get a handle of everything, of what's going on, right, through your memory. This is all memory coming back to you through the avatar. That's what this is. That's what this school is. It's just all levels of memory, right? And remember, you've already traveled through it. That's why it's so powerful. You just have to understand that you're doing this through the current line center, which is this now position of this clocking system. So, all right. Let's see here. Takes time. Yes, it does. So excited. Tears of joy. Yeah. Magnifying glass, focus on new allowing type of awareness. Good. You're seeing what you need to see. Okay. I see 6 energy signatures. Tesla, Hawkins, Kenan are embracing all of you. Yeah. Saying this thing I saw before was not. Yeah. There you go. So you're getting truth. The more you travel through space, the more you understand of its truth. And you realize it's nothing to worry about, right? It's practical system location of the virus. Your provision is all about you through the avatar system, especially when you get into your galactic units. So, light language, yeah. Tesla seated at the table with his diagrams over the table, and I'm seeing one of his light bulbs and the lamp on the table, and he has everything ready to show me. There you go. See? Coming to that position why Chris is in that current line center, why she's communicating with Tesla for that purpose. Her purpose and her purpose alone. All right. So, and how she's all connected to all this through its rebellion. Telling me, congratulations, so happy this test has been completed. Yep, Einstein. All right, we should make line systems. We'll be creating a whole community with all the new Earth technology and social constructs. That's right, Joe. Yeah. Excellent. It's good too that GFLs are seeing more. I can see that right away. Breathe, drink your water, get into lulls. Really, it's important to understand how to draw. Right? You don't have to be a professional. You just have to really get into what you're seeing. The only way to do that is to understand the capacity and time capacitor of what's going on with your mind and memory. So it's already calculation. It's mostly understanding all levels of you to your simulation of you, right? So it simplifies everything, how you can just create these things, you know? But it all has to be connected. All has to be connected, right? So is this connected? No, it's in construction. So once it comes into formation line position, it comes into two graph line centers. So it's kind of like taking the highlight center of the energy shell of its plasma wall and putting a whole new plasma electrical light panel around the Earth's core. And that's what's happening on position locations. This changes the magnetic fields of its avatar system. Okay? These are the provision tactics that have to be done in an equation, and it's all done through clocking. Okay? Of its resistance. So, but it's incredible how you see things through equation, right? All right, boom, there's a drop A, B, and Johnny. I'm hearing so much static in my ears. It's kind of wild. Portals brought flames. Let's see. This is a please soul journey, abundance to inflame, perfect health, light language, pure happiness. My soul family is what is waiting for. Yeah. Dolores is so much love. Good. Excellent. Mother, nurturing, loving capacity, total acceptance. She's a guest. Even there is still a seed. No, we're going to see more details on my imagination schools for children. See? The more you high rise to make it well clear, you see more through clarity, more through focus. It's like communicating with one to another. That's all this is, right? Because that's all we're seeing through graph interference. Your program location is all levels of its round line position at 369. But when you come in position locations, levels, okay, so it's kind of like high line center in calculation. Okay, so you got the triangle line center at the bottom. Okay, you got another triangle line center here at the top. Okay, you're in an extremely high position location of calculation. Information line position. See the intelligence, the eyes, the nose, the mouth. See? So this is all position locations. So you get two graph line centers in position. Line signal down into another graph line center in position. Okay, it comes in that calculation and connections. All right. Now, coming in that rotation line position, once the ground crew comes up to the high line center, okay, into higher positions, it comes into a T position line center. Now, T position is its gravitation line center. Okay. Now this gets interesting, right? This is how you set up the Earth. So it's all in construction. So during center levels, you come into the ground's crew. Okay, this is the ground's crew, right? Plot division locations, making sure the grounds are in high system line conditions. And then you have all position location and calculations of the GFLs. Okay, there's the GFLs in the absent line. And everything that line in position location is all levels of its rebellion. Okay, so they're here now at the top. Okay, so we got to bring the grounds crew into the middle line center to the absent position locations, coming into higher line center. In position of calculation changes all levels of direction line conditions in position, right? So it's just plateaus and plateaus and plateaus that are set up in sequence. So it's incredible force how we put everything all together through a hologram structure of its provision. It highlights its calculations. It gets a lot more confusing, but you can understand the plateaus and interference line conditions, right? So it's incredible how we all level the system position and calculations, right? So the training line center sets up whole new ground center positions, a whole new process line center into an atom position locations into high channels, right? Now this platitude line center interference to a new fluctuation line stand into flux capacitor location to its connections, right? Now, once that position locations, the sun comes into a new division line center to new proactive line connections, right? In position. There's the sun. Okay. So the sun comes into all levels of 369,000 plateaus of realms. Okay, you have a TV reception. In position location comes into the moon line center. Okay. Sun and moon is always in position of correlation line conditions. All right. Now, in that position, comes in the high line center in position, back in the whole rise line center, rotation interference, a program line location to the position line conditions, a whole level round line center, and a fifth dimensioning line wave in position location calculation. It opens up all channel line centers into a new proactive line position location calculations to a new position of a diamond core shift. In high rotations, put you in higher position line centers, 12 track line centers in position 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 12. Put you in an antenna line center, put you in allocate position to ground line positions, and put you in the center operation of position. All through modification, right? That's what's going to happen now. That's in construction in your Earth line center. The Earth is in rotation line position, okay? So when that goes in position locations, it comes into its atom spin. Now, an atom spin puts all level system locations into the sixth dimension, right? Platitude division line centers and inference time position changes all levels of natures and its resistant line conditions of rejection line conditions into higher levels of magnetic fields, putting all avatar line center in the structures of fifth dimension. Voice and grid line centers, gravity interference, all position calculation opens all channel line positions to this track system. Okay? So, a lot of work to do on the Earth. Okay. So everything that you do from here on affects you and your avatar, and everything you structure, it changes everything in your avatar line positions, okay, to your hologram structure location. So it's important you understand what is going on. So it's your turn to really get into all levels of research of you through the avatar and how you can change things around the atmosphere of you through your hologram structure, right? Because that's what's happening right now with the Earth. It's coming in a full communication of a whole level of telepathy waving channel into a whole level structure of an avatar of a hologram position, guys. That's all this is. You get the ground screw, you get the Galactic Force team, and you get all position location of rebellion right there. 369,000 plateaus back into triangulated center locations of 3, 6, and 9. Puts everybody back in the center line position into the tipping point of its pyramid system. All right. All right. Yeah, Fawn, if you can, I know that's your old title defense. If you can put in water decoder or GFL, that'd be great. Congratulating that he's funny, very happy, loves me, baby dragon. Felt the calling. I'm not afraid of the realm. There you go. Dropped by a bag. I'm not going to give you guys too much confusion, but this is what's happening. It's just in construction right now. So just understand how to set these things up, right? So it's just coming at a whole new level. That's all. You know, your body is changing every single day. And it has to be in the earth perception of balance. And the only way to do that is to get it into a levels of its hologram structure. Okay. To its singularity of its simulation. So now you know. All right, Hawkins. Okay, let's see. Desires me to use those that's arts and that's that invention to share. Good call. Found a hole. Forming Mike. Hawkins placed a necklace on my dragon. It's emanating and upgraded sonar. There you go. So all provisions, all light conditions. They're giving you upgrades. They're giving you gifts, knowing how to use them, right? That's true understanding. Company ascension codes, activation system, grid line interference. Monday is going to be very powerful. We are going to be heading to the Arctic Circle, the Antarctic location of realm positions, teleportation line positions, code sequence line, inner ground line centers, intercity water positions. There's a lot of things that have to be taken over. Imposition of calculation is taking all levels back and track center into Atlantis, back into civilization from its beginning. So that's right, Airbender. You got it. Marley, Amber, and I, you got it. Now you understand the 3 circle. That's right. You need a water decoder, and Marley's it. This is how you guys come into the GFL and the rebellion, knowing exactly who you are, right? So, all right. So 4 minutes. I'll take you guys out because time is running out. See, it's very important to understand time, acceleration of time. To understand structure is to understand the connections, how you come into the levels of an hourglass, right? And this is the time you have left in position, location, and calculations. Let's see, let's get into red circle. Highlights a red line center. Okay, this is how much you have left, right? So from here and here, right, is calculation line connections times pi. This is the positions that you guys have traveled through, right? Times pi, right? This is how much you have. This is what you have in this position. This is how much space you have. And this is all levels of space left in position from here to here, right? Once you go back down, you automatically disappear back into your position locations of directions into the Earth perception. All right. So Tesla's beside himself, having congratulations to the team. Yeah, often. See, the thing is, understanding everything that's passed over gets a better position why you guys became the rebellion leaders and everything to the GFLs and everything through all levels of the Galactic squads 1 and 2 and the grounds crew. This puts you in a better position locations to your heart system, all through memory. So almost like plasma that's pouring into these something. Do you say to fix my name before? Yeah, no, it looks good. Nope. Corporal Game Center. Yep. GSV2. Really good. Given my ascension codes and light language codes. Well, there you go. Terry, that's what you need. Good advice there, Marley. All right. Antigar is their stronghold. We are changing that. Yep. That's exactly what we're doing. Love the Marley. Loves it so much. Cut, chop, delete. Hey, there we go, Rainer. Excellent. GSVC2 communications, the 2 line centers. Welcome. Gave us codes. I see them giving Miguel a tablet. Nice. Excellent. So you're getting more intelligent line position location avatar system. That's what I want. Since the large center, okay, will I be able to meet? Once I figure this out. Yep. You will in Highline centers, and you're in position location of the Galactic Squad unit. Once you guys got a hard level system, you understand the track centers. So finally getting to meet Einstein's hair. It's all over the place. He says thank you to us and excited to see how his formula has changed now. And see, that's the thing. He understands his formula. He never understood his formula when he was on the earth at his time in his era. This is true understanding that everything is created from source. We're all one. Coming back to the creation of Adam and Eve. So that's what this is all about. Water's my compass, I think. Chains unlocking, got mine already. All right, let's see here. Triangulation, toes popping up. Yeah, and that's what it is done. You don't have to search for anything. It's all inside you. And that's what you guys have to understand. The more you hide division, program setting, the more you come in calculation inside the heart. The heart is a computer, a view of space and time. Traveling through it is another thing. These things take time, right? In all connection. Leadership skills, unique and making the maps as I go makes sense. My new title as well. Well, there you go. Understand your connection to your titles. Yeah. High frequency coming in to all. Yeah. Using light language, align myself. Sending tons of frequency to all team for balance and heart. Thank you, Johnny. Help is good. Rebellion's here, GFLs, even the Galactic units, 1 and 2 can help you out, and the crew. They can help you out. We're all here to help each other, but we're finally coming into a formation, so that's good. Yeah, nice. Frequency coming in, yeah. Uh-huh. Great. All right. Yeah, you have to go to that system. Questions can be asked afterwards. So, all right. So it's amazing how you travel, right? In calculations, you guys are in position line centers. 1 minute to go, right? It's all in countdown, right? You have to understand these things because it's all levels because they don't stay in one position. They're always in different locations. So you have to set up an hourglass. But it's amazing how it changed when it just, I did that and disappeared, right? It disappears because it's not there anymore. This isn't here anymore. You have to set up new codes to get out of it, right? So when you're traveling, you set a code. And when you go through it, you have to close it, right? So this is a understanding. If you want to get back, you just have to set up new codes. And this is how you set things up through the avatar, through job geolocation of travel. These things take time, right? But more memory helps, guaranteed. All right. Okay, high position line centers, bring them back to calculation line connections, all levels. Squadron level system 1 and 2, and crew and position line center. Bring them back in teleportation line units and calculations back to the Earth receptors. Communication line centers, all levels, the GFLs and rebellion. Set the core line center positions back in track system. Done. You guys are back. Congratulations. Now, it's amazing how we set these things up all through travel. Okay? Now, what you're giving is for you and you only, right? So this helps you more through memory. So everything they give you is all levels of you, of who you are coming into formations of truth. Okay? So I hope everybody had a wonderful time seeing all levels of Einstein, Tesla, Hawkins, and Dolores Cannon. All right? I'll be sequencing off line center positions. I will be back on track line center live on TikTok. All right. Adios.